Welcome
Um,
to Shadeinthecity. I'm your girl Treese,
it's now.
and today we're here to do our recap of 90 Day Fiancé the Other Way, Season 6, Episode 14, Reality Frights. Don't know where that comes from.
I look so short or something.
Well, you are short. All right.
Look it.
Yeah. All right, guys. You know my chair is up. My chair is up high.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
You was all up here, and I'm like down here.
You're hilarious. So thank you guys for being here with us. If you haven't already, please make sure y'all go hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's go ahead. Let's jump into it. Not a lot to get into, but I feel like this was a filler episode. But they gave us a little something. I love me. Again, I was waiting to see Lily set it off. Okay. And she absolutely it wasn't what we thought it was. That's why I say it was definitely a filler.
It really wasn't.
It wasn't. But yeah, y'all, let's get into it. Let's get shady. All right, y'all. So we're gonna kick it off. We see Statler and Dempsey sitting by the dock of the bay. You know what I'm saying? She's waiting, watching the tides roll away. Okay. And she's like, well, what's taking the boat so long to get to the surface? And I was like, because it's water. And so you're moving like this, and it's not like a straight shot, but I understand what you're saying, girl. So they finally make it off the boat. And she tells Dempsey that she didn't like how things went down and asked Dempsey not to try and talk about it when she sees Statler as being over the top. Dempsey says she absolutely will address it if she's being rude to her. And that's just what it is. And so
Statler to be rude.
And so Statler's like, well, I've had anxiety all my life, and I've been to multiple therapists and been on medication and I haven't figured it out yet. And I said, well, you need to go talk to our good boy Niles, because he got coping mechanisms. He don't figure it out. And I understand that before y'all chop me up, I understand autism is different than anxiety. But
I'm not mistaken, she didn't say that she is on the spectrum a little bit. Right.
That's my point. There's no excuse. So Dempsey says she wants to, help her get over her anxiousness, but she can't when basically she's being a butthole. And so Dempsey admits that, dealing with Statler's anxiety, this is a lie. And she wonders if this is the biggest mistake she ever made. And I said, and did. Now, Statler asked her if she meant what she said on the boat about not being able to be with her and deal with her situation. And what happened?
I said, and did.
Dempsey tells her again, she's not here for Statler being rude and then calling it anxiety, is what my notes say, because that's what I got.
Pretty much.
And so Statler tells her she doesn't want her to give up on her, and she apologizes. So Dempsey apologizes as well. And it seems all cutesy from here, right? And she said, but then Statler says in the confessional, I need someone that can deal with me and my rudeness and my panic attacks. And if Dempsey can't, then she's not the person.
She didn't say. She didn't say.
No, that's what I said.
Oh, I was about to say. I missed that. I was about to say.
That's what I got from it. So what is that? That's my interpretation. So then we see them exploring Petty. Okay. Petty, oui. And so they stop to get a character done.
In the dream.
Right. And Statler asked Dempsey what goal she's headed towards. Dempsey said, now this is where Dempsey, you lost me, girl. You lost me altogether. I can't even find my fan to shade your ass, but you lost me. So she tells Statler her goal is marriage, and Statler is surprised by this. And I said, so am I, Statler. Because she just said she can't deal with your anxiety and your rudeness. supposed to work?
Because some people just want to be married.
That part. So then Dempsey feels like they've been through so much and they working through it, and she feels like they gonna make it. They gonna make it. They gonna make it. Okay. And she tells Statler she'd like to be engaged or married within a year. The guy doing the picture tells him that, Paris is the most romantic place to propose. And so Dempsey tells her that she loves that Statler can make her laugh and she feels safe with her. Did you just watch what we just watched?
She was in it. She was in it, so she don't remember all of that.
It's really giving. I can't even call that a Pisces. That's not that.
I wonder if she a Pisces.
No, I've always wondered that about Dempsey, but now it's really making me look at her silence. I'm like, that's really
he's a dreamer,
right? So, Statler says that marriage is a lot to think about, and with everything they've been through, because we know that Statler was planning to propose to Dempsey, or at least she said she was, on the original trip, but I ain't never seen no ring. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe y'all can correct me in the comments. But yeah, and so she just wants to make sure they can get along. And I said, well, that's the first step. Step one. Okay.
No.
I can't sing the rest of that man's song because he a deadbeat daddy. What we're talking about. That's not.
Oh, okay. All right. Next up is Shekinah and Sarper.
Oh, I'm so happy I ain't get these months.
So, look like Shekinah is back in his place after, just some broken bottles, some burnt pages, and one therapy session. Sarper is certainly happy to have her back.
She did her thing, though. She held out for a little bit. She did her thing.
He said he was lonely without her. This is why she needed to hold out for what she said, because she didn't even unpack yet.
He said, I'm
he's unpacking the BS. So he told her that, he doesn't want to see her constantly packing up and unpacking. He wants this to be like this forever. And she said, so do I. And that's why you need to take your ass to therapy. So he said, oh yeah, I already made my appointment. She kind of called BS. Okay. She kept on asking. She said, so you sure you made your appointment? She was like, because he wants to be praised so bad for all his good deeds. It don't make no sense that he didn't tell me this.
When she said that, I said, damn, she knows her man. She knows who she's with. I give her that. She knows who she's with.
And this man finally admitted that no, he didn't make the appointment. Okay. He was like, it's just a little white lie. Okay. But he says,
and I was with Shekinah. No, now you just lying. So now you just lying.
The lie. He said, in his culture, it's not a familiar thing, so he's not so eager to do it, and feels like, it sucks because he saw how hopeful she was, all this hope in her face, and now it's completely gone now that he lied to her about doing it. All he had to do was say, yeah, I'm definitely going to, I plan to make an appointment ASAP. Like, I'm going to make the appointment really soon, instead of saying that he did. Anyways, now the poor girl ain't trusting him. Okay. He's like, you're always scolding me and making me feel guilty. And she's like, sir, this is all your fault.
Right.
I'm scolding you. Yeah, she's like, I'm scolding you because I'm holding you accountable, and that's not what you're used to. So then basically she's like, this always happens. I get here with my suitcases, and now I don't know if I really want to unpack. So apparently they've been fighting and arguing like cats and dogs. So he decided to take them to go do a photo shoot in some traditional garments. And it looked really nice.
It looked really cute, but they're both vain, so it makes sense. Like,
yeah,
it
was giving very much Turkish royalty. I thought it was really pretty. Shekinah said that, she loves doing photo shoots back in LA, but she ain't used to having on this much clothes, because that's not what it gives. Now he let her know that he brought her there to, change the mood after all the fights and arguments and the way he treats her. And, he's trying his best to change, and definitely going to make a change, and then asked her if she thinks, since I'm trying to change, you could change how possessive you are. She basically said, I mean, I'm possessive because of you. It's all your fault. And he's like, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I like what she specified. What she said was possessive means that you're mine, and I am protective over what I consider to be mine.
Yeah, trust me. Look, I know I'm possessive. I know the
Right.
definition.
Because when she said that, I was like, well, Shekinah, if you ain't never had a point in life, that's the one
I didn't
time.
agree with her definition of jealous, because I feel like when you're jealous, you are worried that someone else can get what's yours.
Right.
Possessive is you're mine, and I need to let everybody else know that you're mine, so that you know this is where he at. Okay.
So I don't have to be jealous.
Exactly. Okay. And I feel like maybe she said she gonna work on it, but they moved past the conversation. So I don't actually remember her saying, yeah. I think she gave her reason why she is, and he just kind of said, yeah, I know, but I need you to work on that. And I guess it was, assumed that she'll do it.
Let's stay hard. Now we get into my good girl. Y'all know I love me some Lily, right? So Josh's brother Jarod done flew over to China to attend his brother's wedding. Josh is happy, basically to have somebody there from the family to support. He's in awe of this lavish home. And he even says Josh clearly got Colonel Sanders 11 spices, 12 spices secret.
He said
because
and came up.
because he said, I don't know how this broke man stumbled upon Lily's gold mine, but he did. So he's hopeful that,
You come
Jarod,
up.
what happened?
She's a come up.
Yeah, she's come up. So Josh is hopeful that Jarod can kind of help his relationship because he's seen all his other relationships, and so he asked Jarod, how they're doing. Jarod asked him how they're doing. I'm sorry. And so Josh explains that, their arguments over Lily bringing up money. And Jared's like, well, it's stressful, for the both of them. But I think, and this is just my vibe, Jarod was like, well, she is paying all the bills, my dude. I can't be mad that she feels the
Like,
way.
is it wrong that I feel like part of the reason why they could be having like these arguments about money and stuff is because she's on national TV. Her culture is not like that, and she could possibly feel a little embarrassed. And I'm sure her family is is in her ear as well. So she could be a little embarrassed about the fact that she has this man over here as her husband, and she's supporting the both of them.
I never thought about that, but that is very
I
valid point.
like, sir, I'm doing all of this because you talking constantly about how I don't love you. I'm doing all this going completely against my culture. I'm on national TV showing you I love you by supporting you. And I mean, I think in her way is like saying the money, not saying it is okay, but
Y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. I never thought about it from that perspective, but that's actually, I think, a very valid point. So anyway, Jarod says that in the past, when things have gotten tough, Josh gets going. Okay. And so Josh wonders if basically they're going to be able to grow past this or just remain unhappy. And so then we see them go out. Lily's taking them out to the night market for some street food. And so Lily asked Jarod if his mom and dad were worried about Josh and China. And Jared's like, well, yeah, they were a little concerned. They have preconceived ideas about China. But he said now that he's there, he can go back and vouch that it's super safe. Everything is good. And then she asked Jarod if he thinks she loves him, his brother. You know what I'm saying? And Jarod agrees that, yeah, I think you love him, Lily. I can tell he was a little taken aback by the question, but he was like, yeah, Lily, I think you love him. And so Lily lets him know that Josh
don't think so.
Sometimes feels that Lily is not in love with him. She lets him know that they fought about it the night before. And Josh is like, really? Is this the time? Is this the time? This is the one time I agree with Josh, right?
So, okay. I get what he was saying, right? This is not what's the brother's name again?
Jarod.
This is not Jared's first night in China, is it? Because she said that they went out the night before. Or was that just them two?
No, that was just them two.
She spent $500 with just them two?
That's why she had an attitude.
Oh, I thought that was all of them. Okay, well, never
If
mind.
it would have been all of them, I wouldn't even been flinched at it. That can easily happen. But no, just them two. Unless it was, that's not even Ruth Chris. I can't even explain that level when it's just two of us and we done spent $500. Look, I'm looking at you. You looking at me.
And I think
who gonna pay the bill, man?
And I think their money is more over there.
I think yen is more.
But what I was gonna say was I okay, to that point, yes, it's his first night in China. I get where he's coming from. But Lily also said that Jarod is always in between. And she's looking for resolution. So I think that's why she even said anything. Because that's who she always calls when they're arguing. And if they had an argument the night before, she wants to clear this mess up. She wants,
Well, basically, so she said they were at dinner, and basically Josh was texting. And she was like, well, who are you texting? And I guess he slammed his phone down or whatever.
I just thought if you was just texting your family, sir.
Right. So Lily basically said she lost
something he always does. It wasn't just at dinner. She said he always does this.
So Lily said, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I ain't even gonna hold you. I could be hungry as hell. Once I get pissed off, appetite gone. Done.
But okay, let me cook, okay?
I know, because I ain't even mad. Because when he said she walked out and she lost her appetite and she left, I said that would have been me.
I wonder if she brought up how much she paid, because she's like, I took you out to dinner.
And now you on your phone.
Spent $500. You texting the whole night. I'm trying to figure out, why are you texting when we are out at clearly a nice dinner, and we can't have it without any electronics. So if that's the case, then yeah, I mean, I can understand bringing up the $500. Sir, I just took you on a nice ass dinner, spent $500. You couldn't even put your phone down.
Well, Josh then tells her all she likes to talk about is money. Lily must remind him that he didn't have any money when they got married. This is what I love Lily for. Lily said, let's not make it about that nigga. She didn't have no money when I met you. She didn't have no money when I met you.
She said, I married you broke.
Okay.
What she said when I met you, you was poor. She said, and I
still married you.
Married you.
So Josh says that he wants her to move on and says she likes to focus on the past. But the problem is you were broke clearly in the past and you still broke now, Josh. Now we understand that there are extenuating circumstances that have you broke because you can't work. But for what Lily
out something that most people try to figure out something so that they're not coming over there and just totally depending on the other person, especially as the man, especially as the husband.
Right. So he says basically that, he's upset that she brought up the money issue in front of his brother. He tells her she focuses on being right all the time. And Josh says they keep having the same argument and he doesn't know how much he can take, and then thanks her for ruining Jarod's night.
Oh, well, then go back to the US. You ain't gotta take no more.
Lily looked like she done.
When I go out to dinner by myself, it's only $200. Okay, I ain't got to pay $500 no more. So go on, take your ass back where you came from.
And it's so funny. It sounds like to me for that to be like, because it was like you said, it sounds like it was something before they even sat down and ate. It sounds like some per person type stuff. Like they went somewhere really nice and it was a per person type deal where it wasn't, because for it to be $500 off bad, like in between two of them, I don't think they were eating that much, especially when he ain't got no money like that. I think he would have chose carefully off the menu. I think that she went somewhere where it was like okay, this is how much it is per person, boom, 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 and whatever.
Listen, I'm with Lily on this one. I think there was just a language barrier, and I think really what she was trying to say was, I took you out spent $500 and you couldn't even put your phone down.
I can make you put your phone down.
But she she couldn't say it like that for him to understand. So it came across different. But I believe that's what she was saying. I took you out to this nice dinner. It's supposed to be about us, but you all in your phone. You can text your brother, your mama, and your sister, your cousin later.
Right.
Or have them come pay the bill. $500. And your ass want to have your face in your phone? Oh no, I'm flipping out too. And I'm gonna tell you how much I paid for it too.
That part. All right. Nels' favorite. I'm gonna take a second.
Ingi and Corona.
Inky is icky.
Ingi is icky.
I don't like him.
So Ingi took Corona to do a cold plunge in the ocean, and I did not get the name of the place because
no, I didn't either. Can I just say something? I'm gonna just preface this. You know what? When I first watched this, I said, and I think y'all have heard me say that I think he's playing in her face. And I'm not trying to skip ahead, but I think even Corona's realized she's played in her own face. This is not his fault.
This is her
not his fault by any means. What's happening to her, what she's going through, this is not his fault. And I'm happy that she realized that. I just hope she takes accountability for it and like does what the fuck she need to do.
There's no way I gave up all of this and you're not going to know about it. I need you to know the sacrifices I'm making. And if you ain't listen, no. She definitely played in her own face. So basically, yeah, goodness. Okay, so they go to do a cold plunge in the ocean, which the temperature is -4°C, which apparently translates to 24.8 degrees. I think the people from the
never would have made it.
The people from the Titanic were in the water with the water being a few degrees warmer than that. I think the Titanic that night, the water was like 30 degrees. So you telling me those people were unalived and you want me to go sit in some water that's colder than that?
They're Vikings, and it's supposed to be a plunge. You jump in, you jump out. You're not supposed to be really in
He was in there for a little bit.
No, because they do. It's like when you go to the spa.
Yeah, I know.
No. Hear me out. When you go to the spa, and we've been to one where you go to the spa and they have all the different.
I don't do it.
Now, granted, I don't stay in there long, but it does. To his point, I'm not gonna take any because I know I'm not gonna take anything away from Icky. That it absolutely.
No. You're talking about the cool room.
The cool room has benefits.
No. Let me say something. Yes,
but it has the same effect. Is what I'm saying. The plunge is the same.
I can do the cold room. The cold pool is different. It's so different. When it's water, it feels so different. Yeah, no. I can do the cold room. The cold pool, I can't do it. Absolutely not. I can't even get a toe in there. Anyways, Corona said that Ingi, huh?
I wouldn't have done it. Should have did it.
Corona said Ingi was built for this. He's a Viking, but she said this ain't something that Black people are supposed to be doing. Then she decides to go in just a little bit, just to kind of dip like her thighs a little bit in there. Then they went and got in the hot tub. Now this is up my alley.
And I hate to say it, this is where she messed up. And I'm not trying to be mean.
We're getting in the hot tub?
No, this is where she messed up. If you're gonna do it, it's just like because I don't even like cold pools. Like if it's not super, super hot outside and your pool is super cold, I don't even want to be in a pool, much less like an ocean or a body. Like I don't. So I think that what I've always been told is you have to at least get your shoulders in. If you don't do that, you're always going to be cold. And because I'm that person, I'll just put my legs and I'll be like, nah, it's too cold. I'm getting it. And until you fully get entrenched, like at least shoulders within, so your whole body gets the temperature of the body of water you're in, then yeah, you're not going to be able. So that's why I'm saying where she messed up. She should have just went in. If you're going to do that, you might as well.
I would have just waited for him to get out so we can go to the hot tub. I'm funny. So in the hot tub, he asked her how it went at the university, and she said basically she wouldn't be able to start for really 2 years because she needs to learn the language. And she said that she's worried that this will affect her mood, which will then affect his mood and then their relationship. And he said, you're painting a pretty dark reality here. And he told her that she can do other stuff, nursing related, and told her good things happen slowly. And she said basically she's running out of patience. Um, and he said, well, it's a good thing that you met me because I have loads of patience. He's like just so like trying to be so positive, but he doesn't realize because of her how important this is. I think she even said, he's being so casual and this is a big deal. And he's like, well, it's only a big deal if you make it a big deal.
Right. He's so
Yeah,
aspirational.
yeah,
I bet
but
he has affirmations. He has live, laugh, love on his wall. I believe that. I believe that.
he's so silly. So now she's questioning her choices because she feels like, she's in this more than he is, and now it's biting her in the ass. And yes, that was always the situation.
And that's why I told y'all she played in her own face. We can't even blame Icky for this.
I never did.
Well, I was starting to believe like, oh, he's, because he don't know where he's staying with her. He just know he like her or whatever.
She should have got that clear before she decided to
move
sacrifice
across the
something
country.
and
Yeah.
move over. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the part. So yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in to our recap of 90 Day Fiancé the other way. If you have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure that you guys have subscribed.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, we will catch you next week for another recap of the foolishness that is the 90 day that happens the other way. Good night.
Good night.